love and peace and happiness. Hi, and welcome back to Love and Peace and Happiness Tarot. I go by Melinda NailFanatic, and I treated us to a new deck of cards. I felt compelled to go pick up some things today, and one of them was this deck. Somebody here, this message is going to mean so much to you. You're really going to appreciate this deck, and you're going to wish you had bought it for me. Feel free to send something. All my methods of receiving are below the video in the description box. If you'd like to reimburse me for what I invested here for us, you're more than welcome to. But I'm excited to unbox the Manifestation Tarot. I was drawn to this deck, so drawn to it that it left the store with me at my most recent trip to Barnes and Noble bookstore. So I'm excited. I had client come through after I made the purchase. So this is my first chance. This is my first chance to open it. I don't even know. Okay, I'm figuring out how the box opens. Here we go. It opens from the side. I hadn't opened it clearly, but I was excited to do it here with you. I totally could have did this on my own, but I wanted to wait until I could do it here with you. One of the things that I loved about this deck is each card has affirmations, empowerment statements on it. And so that's one of the things that drew me to it. And I'm so excited to read with you here and now. Going to be taking note of the first. Wow, look at how pretty the back of the cards is. Thank you, Jane Wallace, with the illustrations by Julia Cellini. Appreciate so much. The front of the box says, make your dreams become your reality with the power and insight of the tarot. I'm excited to use this deck to get to know it and to present it here for us. So connecting the body and the body, connecting the body, heart and mind. Wow, they feel so good. Connecting the body and the spirit. Connecting the heart, mind, and body. Connecting the heart, mind, and heart. Connecting the heart, mind, and spirit. Connecting the spirit and body. Connecting spirit, heart, and mind. And connecting spirit and spirit. One for the body, one for the heart, one for the mind, one for the spirit. Divine truth. Let me see, speak, and hear it with accuracy, clarity, and simplicity. I heard you could be in your mind a lot lately. Let's see what reading comes out here. What is our first card out of this deck ever? So thankful and grateful for your beautiful presence. Thank you for the growth on our channel. Thank you for all of you who do contribute financially and gift-wise. So thankful and grateful and appreciative that you are part of my journey. What is the most important message that we are to deliver using this new deck that we've been so blessed with? First card out is the Two of Wands. And I love what it's saying here. This is why I had to have this deck, because it has an affirmation statement on it. And it says, I possess the power to shape my future. What a beautiful empowerment message that is. That's what I love about it. That's why I had to have it, because I'm all about our empowerment. This deck has statements on the cards that represent empowerment. Two of Wands having to do with the choice. What's at the bottom right now? The Magician is at the bottom right now, which says, I am confident. You have all the tools necessary. You're at this, the Two of Wands is like a crossroads. I see two roads that go together, right? That cross points. There's a crossroads right here. What that you decide to do, Wands, actions, what you decide to do now is going to influence your future. So how are you responding? What are you deciding? Let me see what's a cross current energy. In other words, what is the opportunity here? What's the opportunity presenting itself for you? We have the Six of Swords. I leave behind what no longer serves me for a brighter path. So the opportunity is to move away from conflicts, challenges, arguments, disagreements, cross current energy that is combative to your goal, to your purpose. Okay. Let's see what you're standing on. Where you at? Where's your feet? Okay. Your feet are at the Page of Cups. I explore my emotions with curiosity. This lets me know I'm loving this deck. OMG, so much coming through. This lets me know that you've had a lot of emotions. But rather than just take whatever action based off of them, let's see what's at the bottom of the deck right now. Five of Wands. See, there was an argument, a problem, a fight. It says, I embrace challenges as opportunity to grow. And that's exactly what you're doing with this fight, with this disagreement, with this challenge, with this opposition that's in front of you. You are exploring your feelings. So I heard something's triggering you, something's upsetting you, something's got you wanting to battle. But you're exploring those emotions. In behind you, in the past, you have the devil. It says, I accept my shadow self. So this is telling me that you know that when you have shadow feelings coming up, they're communicating to you. You understand how to investigate the communication. What is the communication that this shadow feeling is offering me? You know how to do that. This is in your past. You've done it before. This isn't your first rodeo. Let me see what's above you. Above you, you have, wow, the Seven of Cups is in reverse, and it wants to speak about the traditional meaning, which is illusions. Because it's in reverse, you're not caught up in illusions. You understand that everything is happening for a reason. Anywhere where you're feeling triggered, anywhere where you're feeling concerned about something that is causing a lot of emotions for you, you're not fooled. You know that it means it's time to investigate. But what does the affirmation say? I make choices with clarity. I hear, which is why you're sitting at this decision point. You don't want to make a decision until you know that this is the right way. I heard until you feel the alignment. When you feel alignment with the decision will be done. Until then, we're going to sit at this point, at this crossroads. We will just park our car right here at the crossroads. We're not going to turn left. We're not going to go right. We're not going to go straight. We're going to wait until we've checked with our map, until we've checked with, why am I having this emotion? What is this emotion showing me about my life? Let me see what's unfolding in the future position. What is about to happen here? Something is going to happen. Show me what's going to happen. For the live in peace and happiness, try hip. You have a Nine of Swords coming up, which means you're going to confront your fears. It says, I transform worries into stepping stones for growth. So that lets me know that whatever is triggering you, you're going to get a handle on it. The Nine of Swords, years ago, when I first started reading Tarot, the Nine of Swords was so, I'm hearing the word confounding for me. It confused me. It escaped me. And as I asked Spirit to reveal the meaning of it, one day, I wasn't even reading cards at the moment, but the meaning of the Nine of Swords came through, or at least one of the meanings, because all the cards have many, many meanings. And what they showed me was alignment. They showed me the Nine of Swords in the traditional Rider-Waite Tarot, where it has a person in the bed, and it has the swords like hung up on the wall in order. So swords representing ideas and thoughts. But in the Nine of Swords, each of those thoughts is hung up in its perfect place. So there's this energy here of what's going to happen is you're going to find your alignment. You're sitting at a decision point. What am I going to do? You're wise enough because of past experiences to explore why you're having these, I'm hearing the word trepidations, why you're having these negative feelings, unhappy, unpleasant feelings. You're willing to explore them because you know that there's value in them. You know that they reveal information about you to you. And so that is a wise course of action. And in this, I see that you will find the answers that you are seeking. You will attain the alignment that will allow you to confidently take physical action. So let me see. What are you doing right now? What are you doing? I heard, what will you do? Okay, well, what will you do? What will you do about this when you see this alignment? You will This card is on the box, and this is card, and it's I am inspired message is one of the reasons why we're doing this reading now, because it's one of the reasons that I had to have this deck. So, what are you doing? You are, or what will you do? You are allowing yourself to take inspired action. I heard, which is a wise course of action. Because if the action is inspired, it turns out to be more beneficial. I hear in the long haul. So, is it been a very long haul? The long haul energy is coming through very strongly, and it's showing me a load that you carried for so long. You went through the long haul. There's blessed safety and protection energy here over you with the star. You're also shining so brightly, your light. Yeah, you're getting a lot of attention at this time. So let me see in your environment what needs to be discussed in regards to this energy in your environment. Is the Eight of Swords. In your environment, there's something or someone that is stuck in their head, that is concocted a prison of their own mind. They feel restricted. They feel stuck. Why? Because they keep replaying the same ideas that have kept them in this position. And so they're continuing to choose replay on things that keep them stagnant. The affirmation on this card says, I have the power to change my circumstances. So there's somebody here, if they would take a step past the overthinking, past the worry, past the stress, they would find alignment. That energy is there. Let me see what's in the hopes and fears position. What's the hope and fear in this? The hopes and fears is the moon. The affirmation on this card says, I find my way in the darkness. So you're hoping that although there's some things that have escaped your notice, that you can move beyond it, that you will learn what you need to know. The moon also talks about past issues. So I am seeing that there is an energy here where you could you could be one of the ones who is feeling a fear that this is going to be the same old thing that I've always had, which is not exactly what we want. Hoping for romance. Somebody's hoping for romance. I picked that up. The moon is a card of romance. Somebody here is afraid that they're going to start drinking uncontrollably again. Well, you have some say so in that. You have some decisive action that you could take or not take in that. Love and peace and happiness. The moon is also a card of the subconscious. Somebody here, you're saying to yourself, listen, I have the power to shape my future. I'm ready to move beyond things that were contradicting my energy. I see clearly through the illusions. I just hope that I have changed moon card energy, my subconscious programming, and that my subconscious programming doesn't defeat me in this instance. Yeah, if you know, then you know. Let me see outcome energy. What's the results? Most likely results as the energy sits at this time is the Four of Cups. And the affirmation says, I am open to new possibilities. So what I see, you will remain open to the possibility that this experience, although it could feel very much like a past experience, is going to unfold for you in a different way than what you've ever had. So let's just pull off the top of the deck and get some clarifiers here. Ten of Pentacles. Yes. I am building a lasting legacy of wealth and well-being. Yes, you are. Family coming up as important. Legacy energy, generational energy coming up as important. Also, there's this awareness that you've completed karmic cycles. With the Ten of Pentacles, there's this soul contract. I did what I came to do. I'm done. I'm ready for the next one type of energy, which is also why you're like, I hope that hit the subconscious. What I did here to close this cycle, to complete my soul contract, I really hope that hit my subconscious. In other words, I don't ever want to do this again in this life or another life. Okay, what else do we have with that Ten of Pentacles? We have the High Priestess. I trust my intuition. Yeah, I see you getting a lot of confirmation from this reading. Put something in the comments. Let me know what is being confirmed for you. However, they're saying you are following your intuition. You're on point in this. You do have very strong awareness of spirit's standpoint, of your higher self standpoint, of God, of the universe standpoint in this situation as regards to you. What else do we have? The Chariot. I can find balance, overcoming obstacles and challenges, taking action, decisive action, inspired action instead of any old action, just to be doing things, just to be doing things. Some people be doing things just to be doing things. They be doing too damn much. You know how to take a step back, slow down. Let me check. Why am I feeling like I need to rush? I heard, why am I feeling like I need to rush? Because a Chariot can totally talk about being rushed. It's the difference between taking a leisurely walk versus getting in the car and zoom, zoom, baby. Okay, so that energy is there. Give me one more. And we have the Five of Cups. I learn from my losses. Yeah. So somebody here in this experience is definitely learned from their losses and learned what actions to take. On the other side of the table, there's somebody here who is trying to pretend like that didn't affect them. But they are stuck in their head about it the whole time while they're trying to protect, like pretend like they, they're happy, everything is fine, when really they're not happy and everything is fine. And when I say pretend, they're not pretending for an audience, they're pretending for their self. There's somebody on the other side of the table who is in denial. They're in denial because they took some impulsive action. They really wish they had took time to stop and communicate with their higher self and really think about where they're at. But the fact that they did this closes the cycle for you intuitively. You know it. What do we have at the bottom of the deck now? See? Confirmation AF. We have the World card. It says, I am successful. You successfully close this cycle with whoever is on the other side of the table that is overthinking this situation, caught up in their head, replaying events and conversations. And, they're at this point. For them to overcome where they're at, they're going to have to learn from their losses. They've lost something. Most likely they've lost you or an opportunity with you or something you have to offer. You are successful. The Seven of Wands is below, which says, I stand my ground with courage and determination. You've had to stand your ground. The Hierophant, I accept guidance, okay, because you follow the guidance that Spirit brings you. What could have been was collaboration with somebody here. It could have been an enlightenment period for them. They did not choose that. They did not choose that. They decided to sit with their shadow energy and be triggered and then pretend like they weren't or not address it. The only reason why you're doing so well is because the devil, I heard, get behind me, Satan. The devil is behind you. What used to trigger you, you know how to process differently now. It doesn't confine you, restrict you, or incarcerate you into believing that you're stuck in a certain position. The biggest thing that's going on with you right now is you're like, I sure hope my subconscious got the new message by this point, and the new marching orders by this point, the new decision and declaration for who and what we are at this point, because I sure am tired of repeating this stuff. But the confirmation is here that you have completed the cycle. With the World at the bottom of the deck, you are successful in your task. I'm so thankful and grateful and proud of you. Let's get you a closing card from the Celestial Insights deck. What is the most important guidance you can offer for the ones who are in tune with this message, the ones who are present? Because this message is timeless, yet completely divinely ordained. And the guidance is renewal. You are entering a phase of renewal and fresh energy. Have you been feeling worn out? It's time to refresh yourself, whether by resting or changing your environment. New energy is on the way. Love this reading for you. So thankful and grateful for your beautiful presence. Thank you for the one that wants to contribute and reimburse me for the cost of this reading because of the new deck that we added to our collection to read for you. And I'll be back with more. Until next time, sending you so much love and happiness. Kamsahamnida. Gracias. Later, baby. That's all, folks. And I'm out.